Hi, I'm Angela Salzville, Director of Flourish Counseling, and welcome to the Flourish Flash. This week I wanted to talk to you about keeping it weird. When I moved into Berkeley Park here in Northwest Denver over 13 years ago, one could often see bumper stickers around the neighborhood that said, "Keep Berkeley Weird." Now, those bumper stickers were referring to the neighborhood's unique and quirky shops and restaurants, and the desire to preserve that individuality as the neighborhood was developing. A lot of things have changed in this part of town over the last 13 years, but there are still some fantastic examples of keeping it weird. One of my favorites is Burrito Giant over on 38th Avenue in Utica. Here's what I love about Burrito Giant. First, you should probably know that I'm a sucker for Mexican food anytime, any day. But if you're not in the mood for Mexican food, they also have barbecue. And they also sell and display really impressive pottery. And they also sell and display gym equipment out of the same space. So Burrito Giant has a reputation for being quirky because the rest of us are aware that our expectation is that a restaurant will offer one thing and one thing only. Now, it becomes obvious that either Burrito Giant didn't get that memo, or better yet, maybe they just don't care that they're not fitting in to the norm. Now, as individuals, we're all aware of the norms and expectations that apply to us as well. We tend to compare ourselves to our peer group a lot. We keep track of where they are in life, how much we think they're earning, what kind of homes they're living in, and most of us tend to compare ourselves to the Joneses in one way or another. This becomes a problem when we get down on ourselves because we believe that we're somehow just not keeping up with the rest of the group. And for a young woman, this might be feeling bad about herself because she believes she should have become partnered by a certain age, like her friends have. For an adult, this might be a belief that they should be earning more money at this stage in their life than they actually are. Or another really common example in our society is the belief that we should have a certain type of home by a certain age. And so all of these are really common examples of areas where we might really get down on ourselves, start feeling as though we are somehow a disappointment or a failure because we're not living up to the quote-unquote norm. So, the interesting thing about these expectations is that they are entirely constructed by the culture in which we live and by our own human expectations. No one has ever received an official notification in the mail that there are certain things that are expected of them for their age and education level. We make this stuff up. And if we've written these scripts, we can also start to rewrite them when that script really isn't working well for us. And the way to flip that around is to really begin by owning your own individuality and really identifying why it is that you're quirky, why it is that you don't fit into that mold that some of your peers fit into, and really owning up to our own individual weirdness instead of trying to eradicate it from our lives. So my wish for you is that you will be a Burrito Giant in your life, that you will own your weirdness and wear it with pride instead of feeling bad for being unique. See you next time.